Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our Get to Know series. I'm super excited to have my friend Storm Klomhaus on today to talk a little bit about what it's been like in Europe and racing this season, and just to make sure that you guys know who she is, because trust me, she's a fast skier on the circuit. So, just to get started, Storm, where are you from? How old are you? And what's your favorite event?
I am from Boulder. I am 22, and my favorite event depends on the day. I'd probably say GS, but slalom's a close second.
Sweet. So you have had an interesting season for sure. You started in the US for a little bit, sent it off to Europe, and then I heard you got COVID. So can you talk a little bit about how it was getting COVID, being in Europe, and just how that impacted your ski season so far?
Absolutely. Yes, I did get COVID. I got it at when I was skiing a Europa Cup series in Germany, which was it was just a mess because I was supposed to race the next day, but I tested the night before after being like in a very strict bubble, like had to test 3 days before to even get into the race. Um, so it was super random, like out of the blue, and the rest of my team tested negative. So very bizarre, but unfortunately they had to quarantine as well because we were such close contacts. But yeah, basically we went straight into isolation in Europe in an apartment, and uh, we're pretty much just stuck there until we tested negative. I had to go home to get more or medically cleared to return to skiing. Luckily, the rest of my team didn't get it, so they got to just continue training in Europe. Um, but yeah, it's just crazy times this year. Crazy times, and it was great to be over there racing before that all happens, though. And we took all the proper protocols, but you really just can't control it with this season and just these crazy times.
And so we're glad it seems like you're definitely feeling better, and I hope that it was okay while you were sick with COVID. But like I said, you're okay now, right?
Yes,
That's
all
good.
all good now.
So, the other interesting thing, and I think everybody would want to know, is for you right now, NORAMs are a big part of your ski racing life. Like you know, did a bunch of Europa Cups earlier this season, and you're trying to get some World Cup spots, but NORAMs are a big part of that. I've heard that NORAMs are not going to happen this season, and so what does that do for your training plan, and how are you adjusting?
Well, yeah, that was a big bummer just considering, no World Cup starts will be given out this year based off of that. But at the same time, it just gives a lot more time to prepare for next season, and also if Norans had happened this year, it would have been, two slaloms, two GSs, two Super Gs, and two downhills, and World Cup starts would have been awarded off of those. So, that um, you just never know what could have happened with that anyway. Um, but yeah, it just gives a lot more time to train and prepare for the upcoming season. And as of our plan now, I'm not totally sure really how much it actually changes just because US nationals are now there. Um, so I guess we'll just take a little break now and then get ready for those in middle of April. It's still like almost 2 months away. So it just gives a lot more time, I think, to prepare for upcoming races. So I'm not totally mad at it, honestly.
So interesting, you're just definitely maximizing this time that you have to train. And like you mentioned, US Nationals are still set to happen in Aspen in the end of the spring, so that's super exciting. And we'll definitely be cheering you on from the sync team there. So moving, you are an incredible skier for people to look up to from all ages, on the girls' side and the guys. So what do you say to a bunch of young girls that are able to push through any sort of adversity or roadblocks, like to go through the determination that you have through your successful career thus far?
I would say that, any adversity that you have, you can either let that make you better and let that, remind you how much you want it and how much you want to get better. Or it could be this thing where you can't really come back from it, and it's like the story of your career is like something like this happened and you aren't able to come back from it, or and that's just kind of the end of your career. And it really just doesn't have to be like that if you have a perspective on it. Like you just want it'll if you let it make you better, it will. And for me, the biggest thing that I realize whenever I go through adversity is just how much I love skiing and how much I enjoy it. And I think that's really what drives my determination and, um, continuing to want to be better at it. So I think as long as you can stay focused on that and just how much you enjoy it and love it, you're pretty much going to set yourself up for success.
I think that's a really strong, powerful message, and it's great for young girls and guys to see that adversity happens and you just have to push through and continue to enjoy the sport that we all love. So thank you for that, and I know that people will enjoy hearing it from you. So, Storm, that is the conclusion of our short little get to know you series. I hope that the Sync community will enjoy and be able to now follow you along as you continue on the pursuit of your goals and dreams. So, thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to cheering you on as you progress through skiing.
Thank you, Parker. Bye, everyone.